Thank you everyone for being here. Do you want to start, Mike? Okay. My name is Renee Marcoux, Reneemarcou, and I'm the spokesperson of Baby Safe Haven. And we are so grateful for all of you being here today with us and helping us with this promotion of the Baby Safe Haven law. And we'd like to personally thank Pamela Morris for coming forward and speaking to us and to everybody about her story and how she helped a little baby years ago with the Baby Safe Haven before it was even passed as a law, which led to helping us pass the law a few years later in 2004. And so the abandonment of baby May from the year of 2000 caused the filing of the Baby Safe Haven bill in the Massachusetts legislature, and that bill became law in 2004. So the Baby Safe Haven law allows a woman to surrender her baby up to 7 days old to a staffed worker at a fire station, a police station, or a hospital with no questions asked and no prosecution. And this law has been in place since 2004. There have been over 94% less abandonments in Massachusetts, and that is the best record of all the states in the entire country. And so, let's see. If there's any questions or if any women need to surrender their baby or speak to an EMT or a paramedic who are on the lines, the hotlines, 24 hours a day, even prior to labor, they can reach out at 866-814-SAFE or to the website babysafehavenlaw.com. And so now we would like to thank Pamela Morris and allow her to tell her story. Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. Well, it was almost 17 years ago, May 1st. It was a cold, kind of chilly morning. I worked at the St. Vincent's Hospital billing office, which was downtown Worcester, and they were building a new hospital next to it. And right over here, the blue building was St. Vincent's. That used to be the hospital. I think they tore some of it down. And I used to park my car up here every day because there wasn't much parking on Vernon Street where I lived in Worcester. So I used to leave it up here and walk to my car and drive to work. So like any day, I would walk up here, go to my car. I always put my belongings, my pocketbook and my lunch and everything else on the passenger side. So when I pulled up and I put everything in my passenger side from the night before, I came down early in the morning. I think I probably had to be at work at 8. I can't remember, but around 7:30 or so, I went to my car and I saw a bag. It was brown. It was a Stop and Shop plastic bag, and it was a little bit sheer where you could see a little bit. And I thought it was when I went grocery shopping the night before, I forgot to put it in my car. So I looked closer and I'm like, that's not groceries. And then I got a little closer and I thought somebody left trash. So I look inside. I actually didn't look. I nudged it with my foot because I don't touch trash. I nudged it a little bit with my foot and I heard wham, wham, hands moving like this through the bag. I couldn't see what was in it. And I thought, oh, somebody left animals in there. I'm like, what kind of animals are in there? I got kind of nervous. So I backed up. And I was afraid to look. Then I thought, okay, I'll have the guts. I walked forward. I look inside and all I saw was a baby's head. And I think it had a little blood on it. It was wrapped in a towel, a white towel with blood all over it. It was just born. And I couldn't see the rest of the body. All I saw was the head. So it kind of freaked me out. I was in shock. I'm like, why would somebody leave it behind my tire? It was parallel to my tire. It wasn't exactly behind my tire. It was next to my tire, like right exactly next to it. So if I backed out straight, I wouldn't have ran it over. But it was parallel. And I didn't touch it. I didn't touch the bag at all. As soon as I only saw the baby for a second before I got on the phone to the main the main hospital, St. Vincent's Hospital. I called the 800 number and I said, there's a baby next to my tire. And the receptionist kind of didn't believe me. She said, okay, hold on, stay calm, ma'am. And she said, I'll send help over there. So the first person I saw drive by, I caught them for a witness, and it was the Path Labs guy, and he worked for the hospital, you know, the one that has the specimens and everything. So I said, come here, look at this. And he said, oh my God. He took his jacket off and he put it under the bag where the baby was to keep it warm. The next person that came over was it was a clinic then, so one of the doctors came over and he checked out the baby. The next thing you know, the ambulance came. And I didn't know if it was a boy or girl because I couldn't see the whole baby. He took it out of the bag, brought it into the ambulance, and I said, is it alive? He said, yes. And that was that. The next people to show up on the scene was two detectives, one lady, one man, and they questioned me in the car. It was probably a couple hours. After that, they told me I need to go to the police station and give more statements, so I did that later on in the day. And then after that, that's when I found out. The detective told me at the station that it was a baby girl, 7 pounds, 11 ounces or something like that, and she's healthy. And so after that, I went home. I couldn't sleep that night from what I saw. It was tragic. So I went down to the hospital the next day to UMass Medical Center, and I found out it was the wrong one. She was in the neonatal unit, so I went there. I said, I'm here to see the baby I found. They said, you can't see her, you have to deal with DSS. She was under tight security. So I made an appointment with DSS, and they had a whole panel full of people, and they didn't make it easy for me to go see her. So they said, okay. They came to my job where I worked at the billing office next to the hospital, and they escorted me in a van to the hospital.